Okay, today we are going to start Chapter 8, and Chapter 8 is all different geometric formulas, and we are going to learn today how to calculate the area of parallelograms and triangles. So a parallelogram, we should remember this from Chapter 7, okay, is a figure, a four-sided figure that has two pairs of parallel sides. And if you remember our little chart, parallelograms, there were rectangles, rhombuses, and squares. Those are all parallelograms. All you have to do is the base times the height. And the height is what's called the perpendicular segment that connects the two bases. And remember, perpendicular is where they intersect to form a right angle. So it says find the area of each parallelogram, it says and triangle, triangles are down here, and round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So let's look at this parallelogram, right? It is a square, which is a parallelogram. It has two pairs of parallel sides. So the base is 8 and the height is 8. 8 meters times 8 meters is 64 meters squared. That is my answer. On your homework today, what I need to see is you writing out essentially what you're going to type into your calculator. Okay, let's look at this rectangle. It is a parallelogram, right? A rectangle is a kind of parallelogram. We're going to do the base of 20 times the height of 5. 20 times 5 is 100. I did centimeters times centimeters, so it's centimeters squared. Easy. Let's look at this next one. This is my parallelogram. Okay, it has a base of 5. And what would the height be? Would it be 6 or 4? It is 4. Okay, that is the perpendicular height. Remember, it said that the height is the perpendicular segment. This is not perpendicular. Okay, when you go to the doctor and they measure your height, what's the first thing they tell you to do? Stand up straight, right? This is the straight height. So 5 times 4 would be 20 inches squared. Okay, on this next one, oh, and I should have given you, I'm missing a measure on our notes, so we're gonna write it in. Okay, let's look at it together. So let's make this 11, right? Because the base is 10 millimeters, and then you're like, well, this is not the height, right? That's slanted. This is the height. So 10 times 11 is 110 millimeters squared. Okay, you always, always, always want to write the unit and then square it. Okay, now we're going to talk about triangles. An area of a triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. Okay, and again, height is the perpendicular segment. Oh, it says connecting the two bases. Connecting, well, it's the perpendicular height. We'll talk about it as we kind of go along here. So let's look at this example right here. The base of my triangle is 10.6. What's the perpendicular, the straight up and down height? Is it 12 or is it 8.4? It is 8.4. Okay, good news. We're going to use a calculator. 10.6 times 8.4, and then the last step is divided by 2. So 10.6 times 8.4 divided by 2 gives me 44.52. But our directions say that we are going to round to the tenths place. That means 1 decimal. So is 2 5 or more? Can it raise my score? No. So my answer is 44.5 miles squared. Base times height divided by 2. Okay, look at my next one. This example always freaks everybody out. This is the triangle. What is the base of that triangle? Is it 10? Is that triangle 10 kilometers across? No, it is 7 kilometers across. Okay, this 3 is kind of arbitrary. It's there, but it's not the base of our triangle. And then what's the height of my triangle? Well, I know it's not 14 because that's slanted. I know it's not 3, it's 12. If you were to stand at the top of our triangle and drop all the way down to the bottom, you would drop 12 kilometers. So you can use the calculator if you want. 7 times 12 would be 84 kilometers squared. And now we can look at our very last one. The base of that triangle is 60. The height, oh, y'all, Miss McNally, y'all need to stop me when I'm doing bad stuff. 7 times 12 divided by 2, right? Always divide by 2 on a triangle. So that's 42 kilometers squared. And then this last one, 60 times 50 divided by 2. You can type it in your calculator, and you should get 1,500 yards squared. Okay, so on your homework, what I need to see is this written out. Okay, what happens every year is I have people who just write down their answers and then they're all wrong and I have no idea how you got it. So what I have to see, I will count it incorrect if I don't see it. I have to see on your homework what you are typing into your calculator.